Okay, it's a hot one today. Hendrix Friday. This is episode number 2. This was a lot of fun last week, so I wanted to do it again this week. I'm in the middle of making a video, like my whole studio setup and gear, which I haven't done for a few years. But I really wanted to do a second Hendrix Friday video, the next week, because honestly, when I'm playing, it's something I think about a lot. And this one is 4 of my favourite Hendrix licks, and I've got lots of favourite Hendrix licks. I try to do some more simple ones and ones he uses a lot today, and we can build up over time to be more specific to particular songs or more complex. Now, there's not going to be any tabs in this video. The tabs will be for my Patreon supporters. I'll put the description in the link if you want to join up, and that's what I'll tend to do with these videos. Tabs over there, but the whole video here. I'm not going to hide content in that sense. In terms of like the number of licks or anything. Some of you don't need a tab to learn from, so that's fine. I'm happy with that. But yeah, these licks I think are really cool to just throw into your own improv and put your own spin on. Once I've finished the lesson, it's about 10 minutes long, and there'll be timestamps for each lick. I want to show you what the gear is. It's a really cool guitar today, a couple of pedals, and a wicked vintage amp that I'm going to show you. So let's get on with it. Okay, so I'm tuned to E flat, Hendrix tuning. Okay, so I wanted to start with that double stop lick. This is really Hendrixy, similar to the start of Hey Joe, but it's the sort of thing you can throw into a lot of Hendrix stuff, especially in the open E position, which he uses a lot. So what we're going to do, we're going to slide from the 3rd fret to the 5th fret of the B string, but also playing the open E. Okay, and then the 2nd fret to the 3rd fret of the B string, also playing the open E. Okay, and then we're going to slide down on the G string from the 4th fret to the 2nd fret. So I'm throwing a little sort of hammer on and off there. So down from the 4th to the 2nd, pull off to the open, and then hammer on from the 2nd to the 3rd, and pull off again to the 2nd, and then the open. And then that trill he does so often, the hammering on and off, on the 2nd fret of the D. So it's like this in slow motion. And then another one he throws in quite often, especially in like a slow thing like Voodoo Child. So it's like a response to the previous lick, really, you could do it as. So it's slide up on the G string, 2nd to 4th. So it's slide up 2nd to 4th, and then 3rd fret of the B string, and then 4th fret to the 2nd fret on the G, and then pull off. So, and then repeat that pull off 2nd fret of the G to the open, and then you can hammer on to the 2nd fret of the D. we're going to move up here. We're still in the same key, but this is something he throws in like this. So this is something he throws in quite a lot. So you can do it in two positions. You slide up to the 9th fret of the G string. Okay, and then you play the 8th fret of the B string and the 9th fret of the G string again. So it's the way that you attack it that's important in this case. So the slide up, and then, so it's a downstroke on the B string and then an upstroke quickly on the G string, and then that exaggerated vibrato. Okay, now you can repeat this up here. So you slide up to the 14th fret of the D string, and it's the 12th fret of the G string that does the same things. Okay, and then the last lick for today, again, another common Hendrix thing. Okay, so it's simply a bend up on the 14th fret of the G string, but don't bend it back down again. You go, and then exaggerated vibrato, 12th fret of the G. And then he might do a run, which is just pull off 14th to 12th on the D string and then the A string. So you can then put the two together. Okay, I think I'll do one more actually. Okay, this is a mix of minor and major, something he does a lot. For example, in Red House, he does it a lot. Over there, we can do it anywhere, but let's do it in the key of E again. So we're going to do bend up the 14th fret of the G, and then 12th fret of B and E, and then pull off 15th to 12th on the B. Okay, and then it's a double stop here. 12th fret of B and E, hammering onto 14th fret, this is the major key, of the B. And then the way we end it is incidental in this case. In this case, I'm raking, and I do that by pulling up on my right hand, like in a sort of arc, the two 12th frets of the B and E, and then the 14th fret of the G. Okay, so today I've been using this, I think, wicked Strat. Now, this isn't a Fender, this is made by myself and 3 other guys for a charity project, and you will actually be able to win this guitar in a raffle in a couple of months' time, along with, or first place, for example, will get this guitar, and second place will get a really cool pedal board, which I'll show you in another video soon. But look, I made this body myself, the carve and everything. Then John Case from Case Guitars made the neck. It's very flamey. It's a lovely shape and it's beautifully well made with nice clay dots that he made as well. The finish was done by my friend Ashley, who goes by Time Traveller Guitars on Instagram. And embarrassingly, I didn't realise why it was called Time Traveller Guitars for quite a while until I realised, obviously, it's about, well, you know, old style guitars and relicking and cool old finishes. He's done this shell pink and some great relicking that was based on a real old guitar that he had some pictures on. So it is authentic, so to speak. And then the pickups, this is the 5969 set from Stuart at Sunbear, who kindly donated these. And that is, the neck pickup is like a 69 style, so a late 60s style, and the middle and bridge are a 59 style. So it's a cool mix up, but I love the neck pickup from this. It is juicy and it's predominantly what you heard in this video. As I said, this guitar is going to be up for raffle. If you're on Instagram, you can follow the Pink Guitar Project, which I'll put on screen, and also me, James on Guitar. I'll put that on screen, and you'll find out when the tickets will go on sale. There'll be a limited number of tickets for sale. I haven't decided on the price yet, but normally it's around £4 or £5 per ticket, which I think is a pretty good deal on this one. Right, I used 2 pedals and I used a very cool amp. Let's have a look at the amp. Okay, today I used this vintage Super Reverb. This is, well, it's a 65, 66 or 67. I've got to say right at this moment, I can't actually remember what year it is because I bought it quite a while ago, but it wasn't really usable. I had to get it sent off. All 4 speakers needed either reconing or other work doing to them, and a few internal bits as well. And I just got it back recently, but it sounds fantastic. The next video on my channel is going to be a full studio rundown of every amp and every guitar and some of my pedals. So there'll be more details in there about this. I'm making that later today and also tomorrow. So keep an eye out if you want to know exactly what this Super is. But in terms of settings, I put them up on the screen. But to get this sound, really, it was 2 pedals. Okay, so we used my favourite fuzz face at the moment. This is the Abbey Road Fuzz with the extra knob from Holo Sailor Effects, and this is a germanium fuzz face. The extra knob is like a bias sort of knob, and it just does exactly what I want a fuzz face to do. It cleans up so well. It's got a nice big bottom end, but it's been tightened up a bit compared to most fuzz faces. Sounds great. But I didn't want the amp too loud, so I've used my Jam Ray. You can see the volume knob there is actually turned down quite a lot. So it's volume on the left at the top, gain, a little bit of gain there, bass pulled back slightly, treble in the middle, and that actually turned the volume of the amp down a bit and allowed me to play the Super on a decent volume so that the fuzz would sound good, and then this just tips the fuzz over the edge even at those volumes. So for once I wasn't playing at an ear-splitting, head-crushing volume. It was loud for most people, but it wasn't stupidly loud. It was a sort of gig loud, whereas normally I'm playing like a stadium loud in this room, which is probably something I should avoid more in future. All right, I really hope you enjoyed that. The Instagram for the Pink Guitar Project, if you are on Instagram, I'd appreciate if you followed that, because you'll get to know when this raffle, which will also have a whole pedal board of 4 or 5 pedals on, I'm going to show you in another video soon. The board is already together. Will be raffled off quite soon. I want to put on Instagram some clips of that nearer the time. I've had some great players playing with that pedal board as well, and tell you when that starts, how much it costs and how you can enter it. If you're on Instagram and you don't follow me, again, that's James on Guitar. I'll put that across the screen. Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I think on next week's Hendrix Friday, if there's one next week or the week after, whichever it is, I think we're going to go back for a week to the Voodoo Child Chronicles, which I haven't done for ages. And I haven't fully exploited this amp, the massive one behind me, in terms of showing you what it can do. So I think I want to do that and get back to chasing that tone just for that week. That would be really good fun. But anyway, if you're a big Hendrix fan like I am, I hope you enjoyed this. And even if you're not a massive Hendrix fan, I hope you enjoyed it. So yeah, see you on the next one. Cheers.